the sex. So you're playing it real sexy, this role. How is that like? What is that like?
You know, unfortunately, it's not like it's just us and a camera. It's, you know, like when people do like you know, homemade sex videos. That feels sexier because now you imagine a whole crew, you know, and you're like, wait, how's that? And you're trying to not have back fat, and you're trying to have this. You make sure your edges are laid. It's a lot of business as you are trying to, you know, to convey sex. And the last thing you're thinking about is sex. I'm thinking about cellulite. I'm thinking about my edges. I'm thinking about a lot of things. The least of which is being sexy in front of 50 people.
Lastly, how does Mary Jane parallel to your real life, if at all?
Well, in the same sense of trying to have it all, trying to juggle everything, and a lot of times the balls just drop. And that's okay. I mean, at me as Gab, like I'm okay with the balls dropping. Mary Jane's not. She's not there yet. She's not evolved yet.
Why is it important for this generation to have a show like Being Mary Jane?
Oh, it's important because relationships, you know, we need to understand that that's what it's all about, respect, both from the man and woman side. Also, you know, we just need positive role models on TV. So many times we don't have that anymore, and you know, reality shows are okay, but we need to have, you know, relationships, and people need to see, these young people need to see, here's a woman, there's a man, it's all good. It don't have to be those name calling and all the things that happen, and I get that, but real life is my wife and I, and that we respect each other and that we love each other, and that's what it's all about.
We are single women looking for a great relationship. We have higher demands. I think that we are working mothers. We have family issues that we deal with. We're like out there in the world trying to, you know, be powerful, trying to stand out, trying to keep it all together. And we have a lot of stuff that we deal with. I was saying before that I just love women. I think we are incredible creatures. We handle a lot, and we do a lot, and we deal with a lot. And I think that our show really represents the reality of that.
You know, kids, I mean, if it's a young generation, I mean, I think they need to know that we have stories that are true, that are worthy of this kind of drama. You know, we see a lot of it on network television with other families, you know, but we don't really see African-American families in a way that's so universal that everyone can relate to. So it doesn't become like a black story per se, but you realize that we're human and our humanity is universal. You know what I mean?
Any parallels between you and the character you're playing in your real life?
There are several. I have had love where it goes back and forth, and it's, you know, it's difficult to let go of. There are several things in this that I can relate to. You know, I don't want to get into too much detail, but I mean, life imitates art and art imitates life. So, you know, a lot of these things are things that have been through my head before.
Now, what do you want the viewers to take away from your character specifically?
That's a very tricky one. Sometimes relationships are worth working for. And if you feel like you're in a really great place and with a really special person, unless he's abusing you, sometimes you can try to work it out before you just throw in the towel and say, you know, and give up.
What I want viewers to take away from Niecy is that she is, yes, she's made mistakes, but she owns up to them, and she has no filter, and she doesn't care what anybody thinks. She just wants a life for her kids, and if it's a better life she can provide, she will, and she'll figure it out.